The secret to being extremely productive is to plan your week for your lowest energy self. Most people do the opposite. You've probably done this, right? Where you plan a week for your highest energy self because you want to be super productive, but then you end up not being able to follow through with it and you burn out. And now you're less productive than you were even before. But if you make a plan for your lowest energy self to have a super productive week, then it doesn't even matter how much energy you have. Nothing can stop you. So today I'm going to show you how to plan your week so your lowest energy self can be super productive in just 4 steps. Choose a result, eliminate almost everything, schedule simple actions, and follow the schedule exactly. If you don't know me, my name's Sarah. I'm a high performance coach, and on this channel I help you take more action towards your goals in your life and your business. So let's dive in. Step 1 is to choose a result. This sounds really obvious, but so few people actually do this. Most people just think about all the things they want to get done instead of what they actually want to achieve in the outcome. Let's say that you're starting a business. Your brain's going to be like, well, we need to post on social media, we need to reply to emails, we need to get business cards printed, we need to get t-shirts made. Your brain's going to come up with a whole bunch of tasks that it thinks that a business owner does, instead of actually looking at, well, what do I actually want to create this week? So you want to ask yourself right now, what is the goal that I have and what outcome do I want to create right now from that? What do I want to create this week? Okay, so once you've chosen your result for the week, you can move on to step 2, which is to eliminate almost everything. You've got to be ruthless about getting rid of any task that doesn't actually produce that result that you want. So I like to call this action that you want to keep the result producing action. That's the thing that comes right before you create the result. So if you're starting a business, all you actually have to do to create the result of customers is to talk with a human being about whether or not they want your offer. That's it. You do not need to do all of the other things, no matter how hard your brain is going to try to tell you, I need to reply to emails. I can promise you, no one will die if you don't reply to your emails. What you need to be doing is having conversations with human beings. I remember hearing that Elizabeth Gilbert, the author, just deletes her emails. Just whatever emails come in, she just goes, delete, 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 delete. And she knows that if something's really urgent, someone's going to absolutely message her back 100 times, then she'll reply to the email. But most of the time, whatever your goal is does not require 100 steps. So you have got to eliminate almost everything from your plan except for the thing that actually creates the result. One of the ways you can know is by asking yourself, could someone theoretically, if they were in my position, create the result that I want without doing this task? If the answer is yes, then it has got to go and you've got to just focus on the actions that will actually create the results. Okay, step 3 is to schedule simple actions. Your brain is never going to take action and actually follow through when it finds things complicated. It just isn't. As soon as you complicate something, your brain wants to switch off. And your brain, in the moment when it goes to take action, is probably going to be tired and bored and distracted. And you have got to start treating it like it's going to be like that in the moment, instead of assuming that it's going to be super productive and focused. So start scheduling your tasks in a way that a 10-year-old would understand what to do. This always happens for me, where I'll put something on my calendar where it seems simple when I'm writing it there, but when I actually go to do it, my brain's like, what does this mean? For example, generate leads sounds about as doable to my brain in the moment when I have to do it as fly rocket to Mars. It really sounds like impossible to generate leads. My brain has no idea what that means as an action. So instead of scheduling something my brain doesn't know how to do, like generate leads, I'm going to put on my calendar, post a selfie on my Instagram stories with a link to book a call with me. And that's what it's actually going to say on my calendar. There's no confusion, and even a bored, distracted, lazy version of me knows exactly how to do that. So I encourage you to ask yourself this question that I learned from my favorite author, Greg McKeown. He says, how am I making this harder than it needs to be? How might you be making your task harder than it needs to be? And how can you simplify it when you schedule it so that your brain knows exactly what you need to do? Okay, before we move on to step number 4, if you're enjoying this video and you want more content on how to take action and how to get motivated towards your goals, then definitely hit subscribe, because I have so much more content just like this. All right, step number 4 to being extremely productive is to follow your schedule exactly. Because one of the easiest ways to derail your productivity is to let your tasks go overtime. As soon as you let your 1 p.m. task spill over into your 2 p.m. task, now your 2 p.m. task is spilling over into your 3 p.m. task, and now the whole day has been written off because everything is behind schedule. So I recommend that you start following your schedule like it is a train timetable. A train is on a precise schedule, and it is going to leave the station at exactly the time that was planned. And if you're a couple of minutes late, you are not getting on board that train. It is not going to wait for you. And the same thing with your schedule. Do not make your tasks wait for you. Do them when you had planned to do them. Otherwise, the whole day is going to go off track. Now, the most common objection that I get to this when I'm coaching my clients is, but what if I'm not finished the task? And I like to make a little game out of it and see if I can stop myself even if I haven't finished the task. So if I can get myself to stop and move on to the next thing, even if I haven't finished, then I am sticking to that train timetable. And what I do is I reschedule that time. If I need more time, I'm going to have to find another time slot in my calendar deliberately. But the train timetable, my schedule is set. Whether I finish that task or not, I'm moving on to the next one. So make a commitment right now. Are you prepared that what you put on your schedule is when you're actually going to do it, and you're going to start and finish on time even if you haven't completed what you needed to do? And if you haven't, you reschedule for another time, but you do not let it derail your day. I recommend that you make that commitment to yourself right now. And if you want more support on following through on your plans and actually doing what you said you would do, then make sure you check out my video on discipline. I teach you my exact golden self-discipline rule that has made me the most disciplined person that I know. So you can check it out. I will leave a link in the description. All right, that is how to stay extremely productive no matter what energy level you are at. Choose a result for the week, eliminate almost everything there is to do, schedule simple actions, and follow the schedule exactly. I would really love to know which step resonated with you the most, so let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more content on taking action and achieving your goals. And I will talk to you in the next video.